And if you back away from it, you can still hear it.
Yeah, well, you can be lower. Oh, we're about to start right now. Here it is. What's going on, folks? UFC talk here. Me, my man Mike over here.
Yep,
Mike, what's
good?
up?
What's good?
Well, let's talk about UFC Tampa. We were both there. What'd you think about it? Besides the beer. The beer was fucking ridiculous.
Yeah. I would say it was a good card overall.
But going in, you didn't.
Huh?
How about going into the fight? Going into it. Thought it was going to be better?
Oh, I didn't think it'd be as good as it was. Like, it ended up being really good.
How about that Gifford kid getting knocked out? Falls on his fucking face.
Yeah, like I said, he didn't have Jesus on his side, like his bandana said. You know.
How about the song he comes out to? And he's
yeah.
like doing like a dance to it and stuff.
I mean,
oh man, he was all
anyway,
in.
that whole fight was mismatched to begin with.
Did the other guy didn't even have a UFC fight though?
It don't matter. You saw the difference.
But how do you know that if you're a matchmaker that this
they
guy doesn't know?
They're scouting these guys. They know that.
Come on.
Yeah, come on.
These guys.
He was way outclassed.
Hey, but not NIKKO knocking out that fucking your boy, fucking Vic. I'm not a Vic fan at all. But man, that heel to the face, straight knockout. Did you think he was gonna win?
Who, Vic?
Yeah, Vic.
Nah. I mean, you could see what they did to him. Like, they lined him up for failure. You know, some guys, they make them, and some guys, they break them. And Vic's one of the ones that they broke. Like, he got 4 or 5 losses in a row. All crazy dudes. I mean, they put him with Gaethje. What do you think?
But Gaethje was coming off a 2-fight losing streak at that point. And Gaethje was supposed to fight Alaquinta that fight. Alaquinta backed the fuck out. And then he was talking shit about fucking calling him Bart Simpson.
You know, once again, matchmaking. Like I said, like, you know, this guy's on all. He's been knocked out multiple times. What do you think's gonna happen? Then you put him with a narco artist like Niko Price. I mean, he's done that before, from the bottom, knocking guys out.
Yeah, but Nico is either, some fights he looks good, some fights he looks like you just don't know what you're gonna get with him. With Nico.
Well, it's like he said after the fight. He just said he don't go in with a game plan. He just goes in.
Well, you gotta go. This is the pros, man. This is the big time. You gotta tell me you can't go in with no game plan. Just feel like Cowboys throwing you. There's a reason.
I mean, you see a lot of guys go in with no game plan. Some even go in with a game plan and never do nothing with it.
Well, you got to go in with some kind of game plan. Your coaches at least got to watch the film, see what their tendencies are. Because they got to show something on tape, some kind of weakness. Or something they do every fight. There's got to be some kind of a tendency they do every fight that could hurt them. Like the Cormier-Stipe fight. Remember when he hit him with, he said he drops his hands. He said he saw it on film. There's got to be something you can find in tape.
Well, Vic always drops his hands. You know? That's how he gets caught.
You know what's crazy, too, about Vic I saw? At 170, no abs. 155, all abs. Huh. He better stick to the weight cut.
It's dehydration.
But he's like 6 foot. You see how tall he is?
Yeah.
He's too tall.
Was he 6'3"?
He looked
or
tall.
6'2"?
He looked tall. He was way bigger than what's his name. Even when he fought Gaethje at 155, it looked like Gaethje was going to have to jump up and punch his ass. But is his career over? Is Vic's career over here?
In the UFC, I gotta say yeah, because you think Dana White wants someone dying in the ring? I mean, it's pretty close. He keeps getting knocked out like that.
You think he's Bellator?
No.
Come on, Bellator.
He's got to go low pro, gather some wins. But my advice would be just hang it up. I mean, it's not worth it. Brain damage, too much head trauma.
3 in a row, though. You don't think he could freaking... You don't think Bellator would sign him?
So who?
Because Bellator don't have that great of fighters.
So we got
on the lower end.
So, well, what's the lower end? Well,
I can't think.
Paul Daly. Paul Daly will knock him out.
Well, you can't give him no Paul Daly right away, but you can give him.
Who do you give him?
Oh, the guy MVP just fought. That guy was trash.
Well, That's what I was just saying earlier of how they can make you or break you, and what they were doing with MVP was making him. They were building him back up because he got smashed.
But look, they give these guys they find them on at the bar across the street. Like,
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. They never did that for Vic though. That's the problem.
but Bellator could.
They sent him down a shady alley with murderers like Gagey, Dan Hooker, NIKKO. All these guys got knockout power, and then they, throw Vic in there.
You think Vic's?
I wouldn't be
Do you
surprised
think-
if somebody wanted him
Do you think?
cut.
Do you think Vic's path is harder than Gaethje's?
No, but Gaethje has better talent. You see, so like, he definitely had a hard path, Gaethje. But like I said, he's a higher caliber of fighter.
He's not UFC. I just say he's not UFC.
Who?
Vic.
No, he's not.
He's not UFC.
Not no more anyway. Maybe he could have been.
And how about the local guy? What was the local guy's? What'd you say? Steamroll, whatever his name
Yeah,
was.
steamroller.
Man, it was a close fight.
Yeah, but
Violent Bob Ross, all that hype. He was getting slammed,
suplex,
getting takedowns.
punch down.
Like into the first round, double leg, bam, took down. What? I mean,
he controlled the ground. He controlled a little bit of the distance, but overall, I'd give it to Steamroller.
second round, I gave first round Steamroll. Second round, I gave Violent Bob Ross. Third round, I gave slight advantage to the hometown guy. Then you got the Gracie Cub Swanson fight, and now he's Gracie's tweeting out he was robbed. What fight was he in?
Head trauma, like I said.
Swanson was lighting him up.
You saw, like I said, there was a lot of mismatch fighting going on there. Like, he should have never been fighting Cub Swanson, a veteran. Why? Because this guy knows Brazilian jiu-jitsu.
His Gracie.
You're one-dimensional. It's not gonna work. It's not gonna work. These 1D guys ain't working.
Man, he had a lot of hype. Matter of fact, he's on the Diaz team.
I don't care what team he's on.
You think he would know how to box if he went to Diaz's?
Man.
I mean, he could take a beating. He did that.
Oh, he was there for the brawl, for sure. He definitely, gave it his best.
I wonder what the strikes were in that fight.
What about his walkout music? You heard that?
Oh, it was some bullshit. It was like, what animal was that?
I thought it was a tsunami horn, like, floods coming or something.
Worst ever. That was the worst music ever. It was like, I was like, what is this?
I think it would have been good if he won, though.
No way.
It would have made it more creepy.
How does that get you ready for the fight?
I don't know.
How does that get you ready? And then you got...
Well, you saw he wasn't that ready.
No, he wasn't ready to do nothing. He couldn't even get a takedown. How can you be a jiu-jitsu guy? You can't even get a takedown.
Even the attempts were amateur.
Sure.
Pure amateur. His striking was amateur. I mean, you know what you're good at.
He's a Bellator guy.
You know what you're not good at. Train what you're not good at.
He's a Bellator guy.
Wait, 145? He can't go there either.
You don't think he's Bellator? You don't think he's top 10 Bellator?
Not yet.
You don't think he's like a 10?
Nope, not yet. They just hyped him off the name. That's it.
They gave him that one fight against that black dude. He submitted him real quick.
Did you see his leg kicks?
They're terrible.
Exactly. He probably got good jiu-jitsu, but we didn't get to see it because it's not a jiu-jitsu match.
Well, Cub Swanson's jiu-jitsu isn't that bad.
No, it's not.
Not Gracie, but he trains with Gracie's.
I think everybody does by now.
I don't know. I wasn't. I'm not high on him, on Gracie here.
I mean, he gave us the money's worth though of a fight. You can't deny that.
Yeah, he did that, but the fights that had me, I thought I loved the Nico Price fight. I liked. What's his name? Mike Davis fight. I liked, even though I missed it. I was out there freaking getting pizza. I just heard the fans go crazy. I had to go watch it again.
Yeah. How'd you think about that arena that has all those monitors in there, and not one of
Not
them showing
one
the
on
fight.
TV. Nothing on TV while you're out there. It's crazy to me. You think, hey, okay, we'll have the fight on so these guys can watch it while they're taking a piss or going to get a beer or
No.
something.
They had hundreds of monitors, not one of them showing the fight.
For $17 a beer, they should have fucking the TV on.
$17 a beer, you should have a little screen on your cup.
That was ridiculous. I wonder who sets the price, the UFC or the arena?
I think it's the arena.
I even thought ticket prices for that one were too much. It wasn't no one that drastically good.
No, I think I paid a little too much, but
I paid $85 where I sat.
I paid $180.
You paid $180.
$180.
Oh man.
But I was as close as you can get to
Yeah, I
it.
saw you.
I mean, they were real good seats. I mean, I'm not complaining.
Well, we went to Atlanta. We paid what? How much did we pay? 180, something like that. 160,
I think maybe 150.
150.
Yeah, around there.
But that was a way bigger card. I mean, we had Holloway.
Oh, that was.
We had Adesanya and Gastelum. Way bigger card.
Yeah, there was a lot of good fights on, but there was a pay-per-view card.
It was, yeah, it was, yeah. And
Yeah.
so, but 150 for that compared to 180 for that. But if that would have been pay-per-view, you probably would pay more.
Yep.
It was shit. Overall, and then you had Joanna and Watterson. Man, I think Watterson, I don't know. She's what I thought she was. She's just middle of the road.
Yeah.
A bunch of ugly fucking rednecks. Don't know shit. Fuck you
Here
guys.
he is. Call me again. Golly.
Who's this?
I don't know. Some fucking troll calling us.
Troll.
Troll.
Big fat ass beer gut. Fat bitch. Fuck you.
There he is.
Oh, he got a potty mouth.
He does. He's a little high school kid, I think.
I guess so.
Little bitch.
You know, they're fans on both sides, hate and love.
But man, Watterson, man, she's never gonna be that level.
Yeah, she's a gatekeeper.
You don't think she can ever jump?
I don't know. There's certain fighters that you just watch over the years and they never evolve. They're just that same person.
How about Joanna? Same Joanna we've always seen.
Yep.
But is she champion?
Caliper? No.
No.
Not no more. Not no more. I mean, you got better strikers now.
Joanna's got to be. Can she beat the Chinese girl?
No.
Can she beat Andrade?
Possibly.
Rose?
Fuck you, pussy. He'll beat the shit out of you, dumb fat ass.
Rose?
Cheap ass fucking headphones. Garbage ass, bum ass headphones.
Rose?
Nah, Rose already ate it up twice.
We saw what Shevchenko did to her.
Yep.
So what? I don't know. Overall, it was a good experience, but I wasn't too going in. I always had low expectations.
It was a good fight though.
You think so?
But like a little mismatch, but it was a good fight.
They couldn't find a better main event than that. You tell me you couldn't have got somebody else better than that for main event?
Yeah, you should have put Stevenson and Rodriguez.
Now let's move on to the Boston card since you want to bring that up. Wow, I'm ready for that fight.
Are you?
Yeah, Friday night.
How ready? You like go driving down there ready? Or
No, I'm just ready to watch it. I want to see.
okay.
I want to see Stevens fucking knock him out,
So don't I.
like Emmett style.
I mean,
You have big fat man titties, you fat fuck.
Look at this. See, this is why I gotta block the line because people like this fucking idiot.
yeah, it's the same guy though,
It's this kid's a kid.
or whatever he is.
He's a little. He's got nothing else better to do. He has my channel on alert, so as soon as I go on,
I'm a nigger.
he goes. He has my channel alerted. So as soon as I go on, his phone or whatever gets alerted.
I think he should find a girlfriend or something.
No, we've already tried to discuss this with him.
Really?
Yeah. He calls unknown too.
Fuck you, pussy. I'll beat the shit out of you, bald fat.
There he is. He says he's like 6'5",
That's
whatever
great.
the fuck he says.
And you know what you do with that? You ankle pick him. He's done.
Fucking, but what do you think about this Boston card?
I mean,
What fight
It's-
was number one fighting for you? Yeah.
Yeah.
Jeremy Stevens?
Yeah, that's the one I want to see.
You're the shit, you fucking bunch of bums. I don't care about your fucking opinion.
Oh, I don't have to block this line.
We already got robbed of it once, so.
Conference locked.
Yeah, I know. But that's what made the fight bigger, was that happening. Don't you think?
Yeah, it hyped it a little more.
And then they got into it at the airport. Did you see that video?
Yep.
What'd you think? You think he got backed up off of Stevens?
I mean, you got Rodriguez. I think he lost a lot of respect with what he's pulling off here.
I think even the Mexican
'Cause
fans.
He's trying to convince us that Jeremy was faking stuff, and for what reason?
I think even the Mexican fans are starting.
Like, have you not been watching the UFC for the past 10 years?
Yeah, this guy's never. I mean, come on. He either gives a beating or he takes one.
And I mean, yeah, exactly. And the last two fights Rodriguez has been beatdowns.
Beatdowns, 2 of them.
And I think we're about to see a third, hopefully.
I think it's gonna be a 3-round brawl. Now, who's gonna get clipped? Is gonna be who's gonna get? Stevens has more experience. That's for sure. I mean, didn't Cub Swanson beat the hell out of Air? Or was it Egger? Was it Egger? Egger.
Egger took him down, held him there, and pounded his eyes shut.
See, Stevens isn't gonna take him down. He's gonna stand up. He's gonna stand up. I don't know. I hope Stevens wins this. How about Chris Weidman? You talk about knockouts. Chris Weidman has been fucking knocked out how many times now?
Do you think Weidman should be that high up the rankings to be fighting Reyes right now?
No. I've never been a Weidman fan. But this guy, I just.
Ain't he coming off a loss?
How many? He's coming off. What was his last win? He's like 1-5 the last 6. He beat Gaslam that time in New York, in Rhode Island, where the hell was that? That's his only win. Mousasi beat him. I mean, everyone was knocking. Remember, the last fight was Jacare. Jacare starched him.
Yeah.
I don't know if this guy's ready. Him and his brother-in-law, Wonder Boy, they both.
Well, he's gonna have to. That'd be his best bet. Is to neutralize some of the striking. Other than that, I see Weidman getting knocked out.
Really?
Yep.
So you wouldn't bet on Weidman?
No.
I bet it's big odds on this guy. What do you think the odds? I want to know what they are, but I bet it's big. You know what? I bet on Watterson. No, I did bet on her.
Did you?
Bet 50, just in case.
What was she? 300?
I forgot. I just took 50. I said, let me see what happens here. And then after the first round, I knew I lost my damn money. But how about Greg Hardy? Win?
See, this is what I'm talking about. Look at what they're doing for Greg Hardy. They're just giving him. Well, I ain't gonna say this guy's a bum, but they have thrown some bums in there with him, cause they're trying to amp it up.
Maybe they should throw him in there with Duffy.
that won't be bad. I mean, why not?
Come on. But you know they're not going to give him nothing big time. Watch this. See, there it is, right? You see it?
What is it?
Oh, that's what we are right now.
All right.
Live.
That don't look live.
No, that's live.
That shit ain't live.
That's live.
No, it's not.
Yeah, I'm telling you.
Look.
Yeah, it's like a second. It's got to be a second or two delay. But that's it. If whoever's watching, that's what they're seeing right now.
Oh, okay.
This delay. That's definitely live. But come on, you gotta admit now. But they want Hardy to be a star because his NFL background.
So what about Dern? What do you think about that?
I thought
I thought she was gonna get a quick submission. I really did.
you did.
Yep. I
Well,
was wrong.
I didn't know how she was gonna come out after having the baby. How much time has she really trained? Had a baby. How long do you have to wait after having a kid till you can do stuff? Depending on how bad she ripped. It's how bad she ripped.
I think a day.
No.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah, why
Not if
not?
she ripped bad. Not if she's just her first kid. First kids
What
you
if
can.
it was a C-section? You know, I mean, we don't even know here.
I didn't see a scar. She would have had a scar on her stomach.
You ain't gonna see a scar in the top row up there.
Yeah, you will. You can see that TV.
That was a big TV.
TV.
Yeah.
But I just don't think she was. I don't know. Again, matchmaking.
Yeah. Well,
Come on.
you saw it the whole night. They were putting strikers with grapplers.
You think so?
Yep.
Yeah, but the grapplers. But what are you supposed to put them with?
I mean, how many fighters you think on that card were actually like a rank or two above each other?
I don't know.
Not many. Maybe the last one. Maybe. Because that division's kind of thin.
Well, also, I mean, we didn't have that good of a. I don't know. Dern, she laid an egg, got her first loss. How's she going to respond from that loss?
I don't know. There's not many fighters that actually.
Is she going to jump right back in and fight in 2 months? Month? They're going to give
She
her
didn't
no.
take no damage. It wasn't.
Yeah,
that much
no,
damage.
she just. The girl just jabbed her. Her stand up is terrible, though.
Yep.
And
That's what I'm talking about. Why are they not training on their striking when they don't have it?
I don't know.
You gotta,
Why don't?
you gotta get the tools you need.
Yeah, and then get the ones that
Don't
you
sharpen the tools you already
already have.
You know.
It's like having a toolbox. You gotta fucking fill it up.
Yep. Especially in the UFC, it gotta be filled to the max. Maybe a couple of tools on the side.
I mean, you don't gotta be great at them, but you gotta be.
You gotta be good at everything. You do.
But what if you're great at one thing? Can you be average at something else?
You can, but eventually you're gonna meet that guy that is great at the thing that you're average with, and then that's where you'll fall.
Like Cormier Jones.
Exactly. I mean, bringing up Cormier, you got Stipe,
Mm-hmm.
you got NAGGANNU. What's gonna happen there?
Naggannu's gonna have to freaking wait. Come on, man. Let's look at this.
Wait, all right, go ahead.
Naggannu is crying about he should get Stipe. All right. Let's go back to after he lost to Stipe. Going into that Derek Lewis fight, worst fight ever.
Okay.
This guy doesn't do after that fight, motherfucker. You wait your ass in line because
All right,
you
all
laid
right.
an egg.
All right, so now I'm gonna say this: when he fought Derek Lewis, right?
Mm-hmm.
After that, he fought who? Curtis Blades.
Yeah, he knocked him out.
Starched him in less than a minute.
That's because he had
Listen.
confidence against him.
Listen, right after that, takes out Kane, retires Kane in less than 30 seconds. Less than 30 seconds. Boom, took him out. Even Kane said he was knocked out before he hit the mat.
Yeah.
Right? Then he fought one more guy after that. Who
He
was
fought
the
with it Dos
recent?
Santos or one of those
And
guys.
then boom, knocked out in what? A minute and a half or something? All under a minute, 2 minutes.
But come on, that's heavyweight division.
So
What we saw what happened when he fought Stipe, he gets in a 5-round fight.
all right, so now look at DC side of it. He comes in there. He's getting manhandled by Stipe, the first fight I'm talking about. He clips him, wins the belt. Stipe waits it out, comes back in. Same shit that was happening in the first fight started happening. Then Stipe wins. So Stipe beat them both already. Naggannu's on a 3-fight winning streak, all under 2 minutes, some under 30 seconds.
But if you're the UFC, right? Okay, you had Cormier beat.
DC's on the way out, right?
What?
So do you want him winning the belt again?
No, but you're the UFC though. So you got Cormier beats Stipe. Stipe beats him. if Naggannu beats Stipe, you can't sell Naggannu Cormier.
So who do you give Naggannu then? There's nobody there for him. You make him wait.
I give him Rumble Johnson.
Do they want that?
I would make it Rumble. Tell me that won't sell?
I think it'll sell.
It's power versus power. I think Rumble
what
wins.
happens if DC wins the belt? He retires.
He's
and
gonna
then it's
retire.
vacant?
It's gonna be vacant. Okay, that could happen.
So
That's what I'm saying.
So then you have Rumble and Naggannu fight for the
Or
belt.
you tell Naggannu don't fight. You say wait, and then you have either way. You're getting tired. It's gonna be you versus Stipe. Either way, it's gonna be you versus Stipe. If Stipe loses, you and Stipe for the belt. If Stipe wins, it's you and Stipe for the belt. If you want a fight in between and you want to take a risk, it's on you. Now, one thing going into that, I didn't like the UFC doing, was the Frankie Edgar thing. Since he took the risk and fought Ortega and lost to Ortega, they still gave him the fight against Max Holloway later on. Yeah, that was bullshit.
So who should have fought Max then?
It should have been Alex who's fighting him now.
Yeah.
I mean, this guy went to Brazil and beat, what's his name? In Brazil. Aldo in Brazil.
I want money on that fight.
I mean, beat him in Brazil. Decision. And just like Hermanson took the risk fighting at home against, got starched.
Yeah.
Took the risk. He would have been next up on the block if he would have just held out.
So do they get rewarded?
No.
You said Edgar got rewarded.
He did, or Edgar got rewarded. He knows he's never gonna win. That's why he went down to 135.
But Jack ain't gonna get rewarded. He's getting bumped way down for that.
Way down. Now Connier is moving way up. I mean, this guy just beat Silva. Even though people were like, but it was a leg kick though.
Yeah.
What fight was that in Tampa? Remember when the dude got kicked in the leg and went down? Oh, I don't remember. You got there too late for that, huh? You saw when the leg kick went, the guy quit. That might have been the Vera fight.
Yeah, I don't remember it.
No, you might have been before you came in. Oh, that was the Baeza fight. Yeah, you missed it. That was the young kid from Miami.
Yeah, I was doing circles out there looking for parking.
And then, so what do you think Naggannu should do? You think he should get Stipe before Cormier?
Well, it depends what Cormier's doing because
he's retiring.
If he's gonna retire, then why are you even fighting? Or you want one more?
One more.
So then go fight Jones one more. Because the last one was overturned.
Yeah, but it's still, it's a loss. Everyone knows it's a loss. I mean, he got fucked up.
Yeah, but wasn't Jones had those picograms in him and everything else?
He still does. Shoot.
Dick pills, all that other stuff.
Man, he's full of shit. You think how much steroids you think these guys were taking before the USADA era? How many percentage? Was it like baseball? 80%, 90%?
I'm going with what Diaz says, that all of them were on it. It's very, you probably had you had guys like BJ Penn, nah, Diaz, no, but even GSP is skeptical. Like, I don't know. I mean, you could see it in certain guys. Like, look at Johnny Hendricks, for example.
Mm-hmm.
He was running through guys, right?
Then
USADA comes along, and everybody's taking care of him like nothing. Happened to a lot of guys, so.
So was Jones. Was Jones on it?
Was he?
Was he?
I think so.
But in his genes, look how big his brothers are and shit.
Yeah, but,
He's got the genes.
I mean, even if it wasn't like steroids to get bigger, it was some kind of steroid. Look at Dillashaw. On the EPO or whatever he was taking.
Basically cardio.
A cardio steroid.
But, but then people say, I don't know. This might have been the best thing that happened to Dillashaw, though.
What,
2 years off. Everything's healing. I think he'll come back and be champ again.
Wait, against Cejudo?
No, I think first fight is gonna be against Oh shit, what's his name?
Where's he going to 45?
No, 35. I think the first fight they'll have him fight Uriah Faber. I think when he comes back, I think that's the setup. I think Faber came back,
a long time ago.
but I think that's why Faber came back. Says, look, I got 2 years. He's out for 2 years. I get some tune-up fights, and I'll be ready for him when he comes back. I'll be the first fight, and it'll sell. Everyone's gonna buy it, or the fight fans, the major fight fans will. Well, how about Mike Perry wanting Lawler? What do you think about this? Would you really give him Lawler?
Yeah, why not? I think it's a good fight for both of them.
So you're trying to get Lawler a win? Is that what you're trying to do?
I mean, I think Lawler was on his way to a win the last fight.
Who, against Covington?
No, the fight before that with Askren.
Oh, come on.
Yeah, Covington took care of business there. But I mean, so Lawler's coming off 2 losses. What's Perry got there?
Perry came off.
He's got to have like 2 or 3 losses.
No, he just got to win. He beat the Brazilian cowboy Olivier. He beat him in a decision.
Yeah, that was a good fight too.
Beat him in a decision. Before that, he was on a little losing streak. But do you really think he's on Lawler's level? Because what if he beats Lawler? That means Lawler's done. Lawler loses to him, he's done. Just get the hell out. Tire. You're over with.
Well, who would you give Lawler anyways?
Woodley.
A rematch?
Woodley. Again, they're supposed to fight once. Then what happened? That's why Covington got it. Because Woodley had an injury.
So what if he loses to Woodley?
Well, at least that's the top of guy, and then I think you can rebound from that. You have more of an excuse for that one.
When you compare Woodley's last fight to Mike Perry's last fight, I mean, it doesn't.
Well, he lost to Usman, and before that, he beat Darren Till. I mean, the last how many fights Woodley won? What? He defended the belt like what? 4 times, 5 times, 4 times. He beat Wonder Boy twice. And he beat Till. There's like 3 or 4 times he defended that belt.
Yeah, but a couple of them were snoozes.
Yeah, the second Wonder Boy.
Did Damian Maya as well.
Yeah, Maya. The Maya one was boring, and the second Wonder Boy was freaking shit. The first Wonder Boy one was good though. I thought it was a draw, or it was a draw. I thought the second one was a draw too. Yeah. Is Woodley the most boring champion ever?
Yep. I gotta say so, yeah. I mean, because he's a hit or a miss. He comes in one time and he's doing all kinds of good stuff, and then the next time he comes in and he's not even fighting.
It's gotta be him or Bisping.
No, it's definitely not Bisping. No.
Come on, man. Bisping, they were giving him layups for title defenses. They went and got
Talking about he fought Dan Henderson again.
Yeah, but Henderson was he even in the top 10 when he fought him again? That was just like, okay, we're gonna get you this rematch because he beat you up a while ago. Why didn't he ever fight the number 1 contenders?
Like who?
Yoel.
He fought GSP.
Yeah, but that was like GSP's coming to take that belt. Went up weight. He went up weight for that belt. So now he's a two-weight division champion. Now it looks like he's losing weight. Could he be getting ready to fight Khabib? You saw his pictures. He's little as shit, GSP. Is Khabib on the horizon?
I doubt it.
I think it's going to be catch weight.
I mean, Khabib got better guys to be fighting. He got to take care of Ferguson first.
Okay, so what if he beats Ferguson? Do you give him Gaethje?
Why not? I would.
Oh, I'd love to see that fight.
I would. Right away, I would.
What do you think happens in that fight? Does Gaethje leg kick him? I mean, do the leg kicks take away the...
I think we'll finally get to see some Justin's wrestling.
He said he can scramble. If you can scramble, I think you can tire out Khabib. But did we not see Khabib a little vulnerable last fight? Poirier hit him. Poirier almost submitted him.
Yeah, he had a small window.
How about Ferguson? Can Ferguson beat Khabib?
Oh yeah, 100%.
Are you betting on this?
If Ferguson is the underdog, I'll put 100 on him.
He will be the underdog. I bet it's
I'll
at
put
least.
$100.
I bet it's at least plus 200, 250.
He got a lot of sneaky stuff, and Khabib's he don't really got knockout power, you know. So, or he doesn't even use it if he does got it. I mean, he hurt a couple guys, but he ain't like knocking people clean.
What's the only shot he got was when he hit Conor. And that was like a surprise shot.
So Ferguson don't have to worry about that. And then he can roll around with this guy, and he loves to roll around.
Man. But is this fight going to happen? How
He
many
got
times?
Sneaky Darce chokes. You know, he got mean submissions.
How many times were we told?
Khabib's submissions are the same ones over and
Over.
over and over. And no one learns their lesson.
The-
You don't think Ferguson is watching that?
Only thing about Khabib I question is his power. He gets on top of these guys, and he's not hurting. I mean, he's hurting them, but he's taking a lot of
Just
shots.
bullies 'em.
He's just like he's got like tendon strength. He's just like he just don't let you up. But I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, you heard what he was saying with Michael Johnson. He was just
Yeah.
telling him to give up
Quit.
because he couldn't force him to give up.
Michael Johnson caught him too though.
Yeah.
But man, I think Gaethje's the one to beat him. I think the leg kicks. He's never had no one kick him in the legs like
He's
this.
never had no one punch him with that kind of
Power.
No way. But
No.
like I said with Ferguson, he never had nobody with that much skill on the ground grappling.
You think he's a better grappler than Khabib is Sambo?
I don't know. We're gonna have to find out.
Well, aren't you nervous that when this fight is booked, it's like what, the 5th time? Someone's not gonna get hurt again, or
Well,
miss
how
weight.
much money these guys got over there, and they still got like wired mics and shit for Ferguson to trip on. Like it should have been wireless. Like what's going on with that?
Well, how about he take his fucking sunglasses off in the building? How about that? How do you walk around with sunglasses on? I thought that was like just his like thing on TV and shit. He's a weird dude though. He's weird. And then
He's special.
you know what? That week, matter of fact, going in, I was watching him, and he's fucking kicking a goddamn bar outside. He's like kicking like a basketball, no, like a pole or something. He's kicking it with his shin. And I'm like, this fucker's gonna get hurt before the fight.
He's
gonna get hurt.
What he's doing.
He's gonna get hurt. And he trips over a wire.
And then that's another thing. You seen Dustin? He gave up. His cardio hit him, and he ran out of gas, and he just gave up. You seen it in him. That ain't gonna happen with Ferguson. His cardio is through the roof.
Who do you think has the best cardio in the UFC? Is it Covington? Is it
He's up there.
who else has good
Max
cardio?
Holloway.
Even Usman.
Holloway got phenomenal cardio. Frankie Edgar does too. It's a couple guys.
Yeah,
with
but who has the pace that Covington fights with?
that pressure.
Oh man.
Not many.
For 5 rounds. He's done it 2 times now. He did it against RDA for 5 rounds, and then he did it against Lawler. I mean, he's going for takedowns, and he's doing everything. It's crazy. I wonder what he does for his cardio workout. For the real shit.
You know, I'm usually not a wrestlers fan, but with Covington, he takes people down and then he beats them down. A lot of these other guys, they just lay on people and, you know, hold them there.
Well, why do you think wrestling is taking over? Why do you think folk style wrestling is taking over UFC? Remember for a while it was jiu-jitsu. Now the folk style wrestling is taking over.
Because, you know, a lot of wrestling moves can dictate where the fight goes, you know.
But then you got, like Cormier. Look how much he's evolved. His stand-up game is good now. His whole game. Before he was just a wrestler.
Well, it's a real good base to have,
But you got, I mean, you don't think there's something else that would be better?
Yeah, striking's better than wrestling. If you.
But if you're a striker and I'm a wrestler, I
But-
take you down, you're done.
Yeah, but not with NIKKO Price, a guy like that, you don't have guys fighting off their back.
Or like a
much.
Tony Ferguson.
Yeah, you need a guy that fights off their back.
Ortega.
He's not scared to throw a punch from being flat on his back. Some of these guys, they just want to hold them down, and you should be throwing elbows from the bottom.
How about Ortega against Khabib? He's good from his back.
I think he could beat him. He could definitely.
Should Holloway move up? You think Holloway should move up or what? 155?
How many defenses he got there?
I think he's gonna lose this next fight. To be honest with you. Well, even if he wins, I don't know. He's got. Well, let's see. He fought. He got Egger. Poirier was 155. That was a loss. Who did he fight before? He fought Aldo the second time. So who did he be? It's just Aldo, Ortega, and Egger. Three
Fought
defenses.
Aldo twice.
Fought Aldo twice. Ortega, he fucked him up bad. But did he have the power at 155? You don't have the.
We don't know.
Usually, people move up weight, they get more power. He didn't hurt. I mean, did he hurt Poirier?
Because Poirier was like moving a lot. He was doing a lot of moving, and that's like where Max shines a lot.
Well, what if? Would you want to see Poirier Gaethje rematch?
Yeah, why not? I think that would be good.
What happens? I mean, last time Gaethje was a whole different fighter. He was coming out just throwing everything.
Well, he's much smarter now. And
He's taking his time, picking his shots. Before he was just throwing leg kicks, just going
I
up.
think he has a goal this time. Like when that old fight, I think he just wanted to go in there and just fight. I think he has a goal now. He wants to be champ.
Yeah, he wants that money is what he wants.
Well,
Come on, have you seen anyone come in the UFC and get main event after first fight? Michael Johnson, main event. Second fight, Eddie Alvarez was a main event. Poirier was a main event. I mean, this guy, Vic fight, main event. Every fight since he came in the
Because
UFC
they
is
know
main
it's
event.
going to be explosive.
Okay, what takes Gaethje to the next level? Conor? If he fights Conor with the bit, because Conor's going to talk shit, and he's going to bring all the fans to see. Do you give him that fight to blow him up?
They won't give him that fight because he'll kill Conor.
Yeah, but
They'll
if you're
kill Conor.
if you're the UFC, you got this guy. Don't you want this guy to be a superstar? And the only way you're going to do that is to give him Conor McGregor.
Wait, you don't think he's a superstar already?
No, I don't think the regular fan, the casual fan, knows who he is. I think the fight.
Well, a casual fan, what do they know?
Yeah, but still, they fucking know Conor.
They know the top two in each division if they're lucky.
But if you want to put him superstar level, you have him fight Conor. Now he's superstar. And he knocks Conor out. No one's knocked Conor out. He quit. He submitted him twice. He's never got knocked the fuck out. And then how about this baddest motherfucker title? Are these two the real? Are these two the baddest motherfuckers?
I mean, is that a trick question?
Yeah. Can you take a layoff and be baddest motherfucker?
I mean,
Do you think? Okay, Masvidal. Before he won these two fights,
they're making strategic moves for financial gain. So.
but let's go to Masvidal. Before these two fights, wins.
Maybe it should be
The old.
the smartest motherfucker title.
No, I think it should be like.
Because they're there for the money.
No, it should be we've been in the UFC since 2003. We never won a belt fucking title. Shoot, that's what it is. Come on, Masvidal, before he came back, He only won 2 fights, and let's be honest, if Ben Askren didn't talk all that shit, there's another one. Ben Askren, he should be sending him a fucking Christmas card saying, thank you, Ben, because he blew his ass up between that and the behind the scenes when he punched Leon Edwards. It blew his ass up. And then wouldn't you want to see Edwards and Masvidal?
Why not?
Tell me that division's got a lot of fights in
But
it.
like you said, the casual fan, they don't know who Leon Edwards is. They don't know him, but they know who Nick
Diaz is. Well, who blew Diaz up?
Himself.
Conor McGregor.
I gotta say himself. I ain't giving
But how
Conor
about
the
when he
credit on
fought
that.
Conor? That's what, and he beat him. He blew up off the map after he beat him. Before that,
Because you had so many people riding on Conor like he was the best fighter.
you got to think, before that, everyone knew his brother over him. Before that fight. Before that Conor fight.
See, Conor, like, he came in and he put in so much work, got the check, and then calmed down.
But you got to admit, the way he was doing it, he was picking the fucking, I'm going to knock you out in the first round. And was doing it.
That's the Conor I like.
That's the Conor I like, and I don't know what happened to him. Maybe he's not hungry anymore. I don't know. But that's why I want to see him fight Gaethje, because I just want to see him get knocked the fuck out.
Yeah, pack your bag and go if you ain't here to fight anymore.
I want to see him fight Gaethje. I want to see him get knocked the fuck out. Then the whole Ireland thing goes away. If he fought Gaethje and got knocked out, is it over for him? Is he done? Does he go back down to 145?
He still got options, especially with Max having that win over Max Holloway. And Max still the champion. He could definitely go back there if he can he make it back there though. You know, all that money, I'm sure you're eating good. Can you
Yeah,
make
but
that weight?
he's still working out.
Yeah, but can you make that weight? And plus, he's getting older. You know, he was in his early 20s.
But you remember how sucked up he looked during that? He
He looked like this.
he fucking sucked in, face sucking.
Early 20s, you're able to cut weight. You know, like that. He's getting older. He's eating better.
But is he? I don't know. I think Conor is. I don't know. What do you do with Conor if he wants to come back? Do you give him who he wants?
Well, he says he loves the sport, but you could have fooled me because you've been gone for so long. You take a loss and then you hide in the shadows.
Yeah, he did hide.
Yeah, you went under a rock somewhere.
But he expects like an immediate rematch. Like, dude, you got dominated,
So give
bro.
it to him, cause it's the same outcome.
Yeah, but Khabib's. So you give it to him over giving it to Ferguson?
No, I'm just saying.
Don't you
But-
think he should at least fight somebody and beat somebody
But
to
what
get
does
the
he
title
want?
shot?
Does he want his career killed or what?
I said give him Gaethje. Let's find out how good you are.
He ain't trying to rematch Joe Duffy. You know?
Well, that's different. There's no belt on the line there. But come on, man. Give him Gaethje. Put him and Gaethje on the same card, but he wants to be the main event. On the same card as Khabib and Ferguson. Is there a way you can make that a 5-round fight though? Could the UFC, if you're co-main event, can they make it a 5-round fight if it's not for a belt?
Well, who decides how many rounds it is anyway? The commission?
That's why I don't know how that goes. That's gotta be 5, even though it won't go 5.
Even if they was involved like that, you could just make up a belt like they just did for Diaz and Masvidal and be like, oh, it's for
Some bullshit.
coming out of retirement title. You know, like they could just make a belt up and then it turn into boxing with all their belts they got.
I don't know what they're gonna do with this guy. I'm almost to the point where you can just tell him, get the fuck out of here. Go do Bellator, do whatever the fuck you want to do. I don't care.
Yeah, cut him loose.
What's he gonna go fight for De La Hoya or somebody and try to make more money? Like, who would he fight?
That's done.
if
De
he
La
was-
Hoya's little stuff. That's been done.
Hey, maybe he'll go to boxing. How about? I don't know. What do you think about Woodley? Why does he hate on Covington so much? Like, why can't you just keep the guy out? Wait to see what happens between him and Usman, and then see what happens. Do you think Woodley deserves a title shot?
Willie probably hates him because he's, political.
But it's all a stunt. We all know it's a stunt. It's all a stunt, the political bullshit. The whole Trump thing and all that shit.
It's a persona, a character.
It's like WWE, bro. It's fucking a stunt. He's just reacting. I watched.
He goes home at night and he laughs about it.
I watched that series of him and Masvidal when they were younger, training and roommates. Like it was like a documentary. These two, even Masvidal does not act how he acts in the media right now. Nowhere near. This tough guy image is not even in that. Not even in it. He's like a normal dude. There is no tough guy. There's Covington. They were wrestling in
They're all normal dudes.
Hey, they were wrestling in the apartment. Covington wouldn't even let him up. Masvidal couldn't even get up. What would happen if they fought? I would like to see that fight.
I say Covington wins.
Do you think it's real drama between these two?
No.
Or you think it's made up?
Made up. I say it's made up.
You think they're staying away from each other, not hanging out on purpose?
Slightly scripted.
Slightly?
Yeah. I mean, they probably do know that they might have to fight somewhere down the road. So I'm sure they're not doing sleepovers anymore, but...
Mm-hmm. I mean, because look, if you go back to the Edwards fight, after he beat Edwards, Masvidal, he said, they asked him, what about your best friend, Covington? He says, hey, I'm all about the money. He didn't talk no shit about him, nothing. He just said, I'm all about the money. And Covington was pro him. And then right after this last fight is when they said all this hatred came.
They start off like, loving fighting, and then they get a taste of the fame, they get a taste of the money, and then they're all in it for the money in the end. I mean, if you love fighting, don't ever go pro. Just stay amateur and love what you do. You go pro, it's a whole different ball game. You want that money.
But come on. They just made this fight bigger by saying, hey, I hate him. He hates me. We used to be best friends. The whole fucking card is there now.
So what's the reason to hate your best friend then?
He said, you see how he said that after the RDA fight, Covington didn't pay his coach. And Masvidal said that was fucked up and said, I'm not fucking with you no more.
Yeah, ain't Poirier getting involved with that now?
Yeah, Poirier, he said, what'd he say? He said, I'm not
he said on site. When I see you, it's on site.
Yeah.
Basically, when he sees him, he's going to do something. Fight. But I'm calling a bluff on that.
I'm calling bullshit.
Yeah. I mean, what are you going to do?
I don't know. What are you going to do?
He ain't going to do shit.
I think Covington would beat him.
He definitely would. But even if he didn't, what are they going to do? Have a street fight in front of a gym?
But then you got to think about this. Poirier has a daughter. He's got a family. He's not doing none of that shit.
That's crazy.
Come on.
I think just the old him just came out of him for the moment.
Well, then he said, after the Khabib fight, he said, what did he say? He said something.
He's a professional now.
He said something about Covington, that he's not. I forgot what he said about Covington on that press conference. And I was like, whatever. They know this is an act. How are they not falling for this?
Well, what do you think about that fake news that happened with the Tampa card?
Oh man,
was that an act? Was that staged?
No, I'm thinking they're setting up Hawani up. I'm thinking they're setting him up because they don't like him.
It's a setup.
I think someone's giving him some fake information. He needs to start checking his sources better
to make him look bad.
Yeah. I'm not a Hawani fan at all. I don't like Hawani that much. But, man, I think they set him up. Because remember I texted you. I said, look what Hawani just put out.
And I called it
and
before
you said, man, there's still a couple of days left.
Yeah, I called bullshit right away.
And then she goes on Instagram making a post about it. Like, yo, there's not... Chill out, folks. And then you say you had the people joking. Maybe it's her implants. Why she can't make it. She made it easy. She made it a half pound under.
Yeah.
I mean,
And that's with the swimsuit on.
yeah.
Take that off, and she
And
made
she
a
only
whole
had to
pound
be
under.
she only had to be 116 because it wasn't a title fight. So I was like, wow. But I think she did it on purpose to show them I would have made a title fight. But man, back on Joanna, I don't think she's gonna be champ again. Now into that, how about Rose? Is Rose done mentally? Is she done? Checked out?
I mean, she's an emotional person, so she's probably taking time off, doing her thing.
Man, you're a fighter, man.
I think she'll be back,
I don't know.
and I say give her Andrade right away.
Rematch?
Yeah, why not?
You wouldn't give her a title shot?
I don't think she wants it right away. She's not that like that.
Does she even want the belt anymore?
That's
She
what I'm
said,
talking
"Oh,
about.
it's too much pressure."
There was a lot of stress, so I'd rather just see her fight Andrade again and see if she gets hungry for it. You know, she won that belt and just
What?
it stressed her out.
Come on. What is so stressful? You're the champ. What, now because you
Taking a loss.
the mark is on you now? Is that what's stressful? Now you're the target?
Yeah, you don't want to take a loss. Some people can't handle loss well.
Yeah, like Ronda Rousey.
Exactly. I mean, you got plenty of people. They get a loss, they cry about it.
Cormier.
They get emotional. Yeah, Cormier, he cries about it. I mean,
But at least he still comes
they're
back
all
and fights.
emotional. That's why.
But you gotta think you're putting everything in. This is, I mean, you're doing this every day. Every day, especially the guys that like Cormier and Ronda Rousey, they don't lose much, if ever.
Yeah, so they don't know how to take a loss.
But Rousey was a little bit ahead of her time. Now everyone's catching up. The women division is catching up.
Yeah.
Like it's behind the men's division fighting wise. But I don't know. How about Cyborg? With her leaving, does UFC get rid of 145?
I think so. It was made for her. And now who's there?
No one.
You got like 4 or 5 girls in that
No.
division. What are you going to do?
You got to think the first women's champion was what's the girl that fighting for 135? Oh shoot, she's fighting for the belt. Starts with a G. She's Brazilian.
Oh, Jermaine.
She was the first 145 champion. She beat Holly Holm.
Jermaine, yeah.
Yeah, and then she gave up the belt. Now she's fighting 135. So who else is at 145?
Get rid of it. You got that Megan Anderson girl. She's 145, I think.
You think she can beat the champ?
Who's the champ? Nunes?
Nunez.
I
No.
think Nunes is juicing.
You do.
Yeah.
You're the second person I heard say that.
That's what I think. They
How
got something under the radar. I don't know what it is.
You think she's juicing?
Well, look at her before and then look at her now.
What is she taking?
There's a big difference.
Are you saying
between-
this is like the Balco shit where they had a way they could fucking pass the drug
I don't know what
test?
it is. I don't know what it is. I mean, you remember Thiago Silva? He was getting by his drug test, fucking giving monkey piss, and finally they caught him doing that. So I
Man.
mean, there's ways around stuff.
But here's one thing that the other guy I was talking
It's
to,
such a power difference.
the guy that told me this said this. Look, why did it take her so long to fight Cyborg? Why did she need a whole year?
Why did it take her so long to start knocking people out? She was never a knockout
Well, how
artist.
come her
Now all
girlfriend's
of a
not doing it?
Because she's the beta.
She's scary.
No, she's the girl.
I don't know.
Or maybe she don't want to juice. Not everybody wants to.
Well, think how much more money you make. I mean, if you take steroids, right? If you know you can take steroids, say you're,
And get away with it.
let's say you're let's say who's a middle of the road guy. I don't know, just whatever a middle of the road guy is, right? You're a middle of the road fighter, and you take this steroids, you get away for it. Now you're gonna have power for days, and now you're gonna be a contender. You're not going to take it? Or are you going to say, I'm doing the right thing? And we're talking about a lot of money you're going to make. More money. You're going to go from what? What, 20 a show fight to 100?
It depends what we're doing it for. If we're doing it to be the best, I wouldn't do it. And I wouldn't advise no one else over in sports.
Man, there's got to be.
Everybody wants that little edge. But if you take that risk of, taking steroids to move up the ladder to make more money, but what if you get caught? Then you're sidelined and you're fined. It could backfire if
Yeah.
It could backfire if you don't know what you're doing.
Yeah, it could, but at the same time.
What was Anderson Silva juicing for all those years?
I don't think so.
No?
I think he's juiced later in his career because he was getting.
To heal after the leg injury?
I think he was. Yeah, I think he was. Because his body wasn't recovering like it used to, I think. But then again, I could be wrong. Chael Sonnen he admits doing it.
Yeah.
As a matter of fact, it was EPO. Saying anything that
to keep that
Dillashaw.
pressure. Yeah, he wanted to keep the pace.
Same thing as Dillashaw. So I mean, I just don't know what's going on.
So what you think about this manager slapping another?
Oh, Ali slapping what's his name? Kawa, whatever his name is. Dude, this guy's getting out of control, man. He's getting out of control, going after Kobe and the damn buffet line in Vegas. This guy's out of control, man.
Yeah. So what do you think he was doing there with Kobe?
He was with Usman.
But what do you think his plans were?
Man, they were trying to set him up. And then tell me, just like Kobe says, how come Usman that night before the night, he said his leg was hurt in a wheelchair and shit. And then the next morning, he's jumping over shit to go after Kobe, man. I think they're trying to set him up. I think they wanted Kobe to fuck up and react. They're trying to get him to react.
And lose his title shot.
Yeah. I think Kobe is trolling them better than they can troll him. Because he's trolling them hard. Woodley's biting the bait. Woodley has got the hook in his mouth. Usman's got the fucking hook set. And he's just fucking with all these guys, man. Like, okay, if he beats Usman, he's going to have another payday. He's going to have fucking Woodley. He beats Woodley. He's going to have Masvidal or Diaz. This guy is about to make a lot of money with this fucking stunt he's playing. You don't agree?
Yeah.
He's setting up a lot of fights.
Yeah, he got them all lined up.
Like he's got an A, B, and C plan. This
exactly.
guy. He sets up all these narratives, goes on Twitter. Now, if Trump comes to one of his fights, oh man, dude, it's gonna be big. I don't think it'll happen because Trump too much security and shit involved. But if he could.
Yeah, but they got those little boxes, the little sweet boxes. You got a little recliner.
Top.
You got a recliner.
Well, they got Obama going to basketball games and shit.
Yeah, you'd be up in the box.
And Obama sat courtside. They just the Secret Services and shit just got to get there early and check everything out.
Spot everything out.
Yeah, get in their little positions. And he's only coming for one fight, just the main event.
Yep.
Oh, man, that would be something, man. Especially if it was like against Woodley or somebody. Oh, they would make it racial. There would be some bullshit. It would be good, though. It would be real good. So who do you got winning this fight? You got Weidman, Reyes. Stevens, Rodriguez.
Stevens.
Hardy, Sosali.
I'm going to go with Sosali.
You think he's going to upset Hardy?
Yeah, I'll go with him.
UFC does not want Hardy to lose.
I know they don't, but this is the fight game. Anything can happen.
There's no way they want him to lose.
Lozon's going to win that.
Lozon should win.
They setting that up.
Macy Barber, they want her to win.
Yep.
Man, they're hyping her up a lot. And Darren Wynn should win. That's one of DC's teammates. Wrestler. But hey, appreciate anyone that listens. And See you next week.